Come on in. Good morning, everybody. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Good to talk to you. Make your way on in. It's Urban View Ch.126. And that's the channel on the platform where talking powers and becomes action. And here we are, Urban View Mornings, disrupting all morning radio algorithms, broadcasting live from the Black Eagle Studios. And that's Black Eagle's Nest Studios in Washington, D.C. And it is a live show today, Thursday, July 17th. Look at this on the run sheet. Anniversary of the birth of one of the greatest spoken word civil rights lyricists of our era, Kendrick Lamar. Happy birthday, Kendrick. Yes. Oh, also, I see Diane Carroll and Lawrence Guyot Jr. And also today for you texters. Guyot, okay.
Lawrence Guyot, DC's own Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee.
All right.
Voting rights, the man. Lawrence Guyot was the man. Fairly recent ancestor.
Okay, all right. And today is also for you texters, World Emoji Day. I don't know what that means. I'm going to look it up, but that's what it is. Happy birthday, Kendrick Lamar. You know what that means, Daryl? Yes, some easy selections.
It's wrong.
You said what?
It's wrong.
Oh, don't do me like that.
No, I'm serious. I just looked it up.
It's
it
not his
was
birthday.
Last month, June 17th.
We've been spared.
Yes,
Hey, in honor of the Superman film coming out, why don't you tee up some Gil Scott-Heron, Daryl? Ain't no such thing as Superman. That'd be a nice palate cleanser for all of
Is
we
that what
deserve.
y'all doing? That's what y'all did to me.
Who?
With Daryl or whoever wrote this.
Somebody did anything to you, set you up.
Well, you know what?
I take full responsibility. I got my J's mixed up, I suppose.
Sam did that on purpose.
No, that's.
Although
I didn't do. I was so excited.
Were you?
I didn't double check.
I must say though, on the new Clipse album,
We can still.
I did
play
enjoy his
music.
lyric. No, that's fine. But
Wait a minute. You listened to the Clipse album?
I listen to all the music. That's why I can say something like very, each generation creates its own culture. That in our Africana Studies framework, we call it cultural meaning making. But the sixth and final category of our approach, which makes Africana Studies a discipline, is movement and memory. How you then connect the generations to each other. So I think Kendrick Lamar is a representative. In fact, he may even be the leading representative of his generation.
Sure.
It's a different conversation when you string the generations together, and there's no need to get into that. But,
because I'm off of it now. Now that I've been duped, I've moved on.
Dupe, hoodwink, bamboozle, run amok, led astray.
Now I'm on Clipse. So
The other ones are correct.
Yeah. I'm looking at Lawrence Guyot on the History Makers. Shout out to the History Makers who were in Chicago this week. If I could have physically been there, I would have been there. Shout out to Julietta Richardson and Juliana and all the folks at History Makers who have a long interview with Lawrence Guyot in their database. My man Larry Crow, I didn't see whether or not. No, Racine Tucker did the interview with him, but. Yeah. And actually they have Diane Carroll as well. Gwen Ifill interviewed her in May 7th, 2005 here in Washington. If y'all get a chance to check out historymakers.org, you can see those interviews. You typically need to have a subscription to be able to access the History Makers. But again, another hack. If you are living in a city where your public library has access, you can get access, and many universities do. Howard has that database, but yeah.
So back to the Clipse. So in 30 years, short answer, where do you put them?
I don't.
Are they movement? Are they moment? Are they?
What do you mean?
Historical context. Because I've never even heard you mention
in the African
them,
States framework. What do you mean?
I've never heard you mention the Clipse.
What happened to that boy? You heard me talk about hip hop consistently. I teach a class that has been teaching a class of hip hop for 20 years. I would be that would What happened to that boy? The embarrassing moment for Sage Steele, we all remember as Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose, that's right.
Birdman is not playing. He said, you remember that one, Coach? And Doug Collins, the white man, said, "What happened to that boy?" He said, You don't know that, Sage? No, Sage doesn't know it. Still doesn't know it. MAGA. Anyway.
Their latest effort. Do you enjoy it?
I don't know if I would say enjoy.
Okay.
But certainly I listened to it.
Did you catch the Tiny Desk?
I did.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was very...
Tiny Desk is... I got in a lot of hot water about Well, what was that? Oh, 2019, of course. I was actually, as I've told you all before, I was down at the National Museum of African American History and Culture for the unveiling of the 1619 project, or at least the conversation around it. And that was at the same time that Megan Pete had her tiny desk. Also known
that's
as
her real name?
The Stallion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know I like these people.
Yeah. I didn't know that was their last name.
Yeah, you know, well, that's why I say their names, so that people will know that they had names before.
Yeah. Well, she had an alter ego, Tina Snow, and I thought Tina Snow was her actual name.
No.
But then it found out.
And
it
then
wasn't.
some of my students actually were yesterday years old when they found out that Beyonce Knowles Carter, that Beyonce is the surname, her mother's last name,
Correct.
which is why, to keep that going. But a lot of people didn't know that.
Yeah,
Somebody today just found out.
Wow.
But
Okay.
at any rate, I imagine we got a lot of listeners. And shout out to everybody here in Sirius XM 126 Nation, Urban View Nation. But yeah, I was there and I was getting ready to go on stage. And I had seen part of the tiny desk that Megan was on. And I had tweeted out the clip that they had used. And I felt the same way about the Swamp Princess a little bit. I started to say I don't know how I feel, but I absolutely do know how I feel about particularly artists of African descent going to Tiny Desk and unleashing a stream of profanity. They're being true to their art, of course.
Is it the audience that bothers you?
Well, I've been, I've had friends and former students who worked at NPR. Now, I've been in that space. If y'all have ever been in that space, it's probably, what would you say, maybe half, not quite half, maybe 2/3 the size of the Eagle's Nest where we're in now, which isn't a big space.
Wow.
And, it's books and everything around. And then you have, generally speaking, at least in the earlier iterations, the listening audience was curated from the employees.
Right.
So you're looking at black artists performing in front of
it gives minstrel.
A mix of folk.
Yeah,
Well, it gives beyond minstrel. It gives a utter and complete embarrassment of the race, which is what I said.
Right. Oh, okay.
And at that point, legions
I could see
of stands came from me.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. As I was eating snacks, as I was going on stage, I'm like, so y'all defending this, no problem. I ain't saying nothing about the quality, nothing about the speech. I'm talking about the spectacle, my friends. But I understand, because when you have no memory at all, it looks quite well. Now, there may even be somebody who is about to call up here and act like I'm somehow attacking Meg. I'm not. We've all seen many Tiny Desks.
Yeah.
Rakim, King's Paradise, I thought was a highlight. The great Chuck Brown, of course. Chuck, baby, don't give up. And he didn't say F, which he would at a live,
Correct.
So, in fact, maybe this is DC. There you go. I see Daryl Boppin. He's a DC man. Maybe we need to play Chuck, baby, this morning. I do too, baby.
Chuck Brown is just like,
look here,
he's
man.
everywhere.
Shout out to the boys on Georgia Avenue. I stopped by there yesterday and bought
Brown Way.
Chuck Brown Way. I was down there yesterday. In fact, I bought they used to be cassettes, then they were CDs,
right,
and now they're flash drives. So that have the music, like from all the live go-go's over the last month.
Yeah.
So I stopped by there yesterday and got another flash drive with hours of music. I loaded it all on my phone now. I love that. So the full range. This isn't nothing against Meg or anything. Man, they tried to drag me for filth, but of course, being heavier than all of them, they couldn't. And so I was responding, and it got so heavy that as I'm going on stage, my phone rings. I said, "What?" It was the president of Howard University calling me and saying, "Man, you all right?" I said,
"Oh,
for what? What you talking about, man?"
What were you going on stage for?
I was one of the panelists at the 1619 project.
Oh, that's the project.
Okay,
right.
And so he says, I was just checking on you. I said, "Do you know me?"
Yeah, I'm good over here, Chief.
I need to check on you. Wayne Frederick, maybe I need to check on you, brother, because I'm defending the race. What you doing right now? In the words of Eddie Murphy in what was that movie, Norbit? How you doing? Because I'm not. I'm good. So anyway,
I saw.
So I enjoy. I say when I say enjoy, I think Clipse is okay. What did you think?
So,
again, and maybe you need to tell people who Clipse is, because there's some people right here who absolutely do not know what we're talking about.
True story. So you gotta, you know what? They'll know by just this if they're the beginning of grinding. Just the.
I like whips and chains. I think of everything I heard.
Okay. If we just get that real quick, even while I'm talking. So Clipse, two brothers out of Tidewater area, Virginia. Are they Tidewater? Yeah,
I always connect him to New Orleans because of what happened to that boy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
What's that, big?
Pusha T and his brother Malicious, who left the game after some time. They had a big radio hit about 20 years ago. Crack rap. I used to call it crack rap.
Crack rap.
That's what I used to call it. And so Malicious got into the church. He changed his name to No Malice. Pusha T went on to be one of the biggest solo artists in the game for underground heads and had some mainstream success as well. So they, came back together and put together this latest project. But they're so mature now and so seasoned. Yeah, that one. So if you don't know the name, I know you've known this. You've heard this.
Whip, it's off the hard. I'm the neighborhood pusher. Call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that Jack.
All right. So that's them.
Gene and Terrence Thornton. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew
that's Gene and Terrence. Yeah,
Gene and Terrence Thornton.
Somebody listen now like, I know Gene and Terrence.
I know Gene. I know Gene and Terrence.
They are from Tidewater, Virginia Beach.
Tidewater, VA Beach.
So,
and which leads to the Neptunes, right?
Correct. So they Pharrell was
Pharrell's from the Tidewater.
Yeah, he brought them out, did the beats or whatever. So and
shout out to Michael Vick, who is about to have the most lit
and
college
Tyrod
football
Taylor.
experience
I'm
of
still
the time.
trying to get tickets.
Norfolk
Tyrod
State
Taylor,
got to be lit, baby.
They playing the game at the Philly Stadium.
No question.
The Dell State Norfolk joint.
Shout out to
tickets
to
already moving.
To Deion Sanders. Hope you continue to
you
recover,
got
brother.
Deshaun Jackson as Dell State coach.
That's what I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is, God bless Deion Sanders. Hope you recover, brother. Hope you continue success at Colorado. But since you passed on the opportunity to change the whole game, shout out to our friend Michael Vick, who can really change the whole game. Yeah, exactly, man.
Game. Yeah, Tidewater.
Tidewater about to be lit.
So they got a new project.
That's football area anyway.
No question.
They got a new project out, and I say mature in season because they're older, but as artists, they have, in my opinion, have gotten better. Their rollout, the marketing of this project, they've been on podcast. They've done it the right way, and it's built such a buzz, culminating with the NPR appearance on Tiny Desk, and it's like it's just the talk right now of hip hop, of the music world.
It is.
So creative linguistics, a lot of that, a lot of wordplay, a lot of rhyme scheme and pattern. I just, again, full transparency, when they were out in the beginning, I wasn't the biggest fan because I did not like crack rap. I did not take it.
Now, how you define?
I define crack rap. Yeah. Hip hop has turned into for about a decade and a half. Crack rap.
I mean, hip hop at this point.
Yeah,
is
it turned into.
I mean,
crack
it is
rap.
what it is.
Yeah.
But those who control the access to platforms curated that.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were talking about the yesterday. I was showing the students ladies first. We were talking about Queen Latifah, and we were breaking the video down, the footage from Sharpeville Massacre, from the women who attacked. I mean, it's very interesting. And a lot of those young people hadn't seen that. And then as they were looking,
a different era to them.
This is just before the shiny suit era. I said, Giles' friend and former alum, Sean Combs, and his friends drove it in a ditch, but they had a lot of help because these record companies weren't pushing it.
And these black radio stations.
Well, sure, but that's in rotation in part, and you know this better than I do because what's being pushed. People say, I had the choice. Did you have a choice?
You ain't have a choice.
You didn't have a choice. That's what I'm saying. This is the
you were being
empire.
programmed.
No, exactly.
You were being programmed.
So, I mean, the 80s for them didn't exist.
Yeah.
All these young people were born in the 21st century. So the idea that what we experienced, Native Tongues, all that, Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers, Latifah, all them, Lakeem Shabazz, I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
Public Enemy.
Flavor Unit,
all that. They had no, it's an echo for them, but because of their parents.
Yeah.
And there were a handful who would just say,
right.
But to the point you're raising, that thing went in the ditch, and it wasn't because people weren't producing that kind of stuff. So I guess when I would ask you that in terms of Clipse, because I agree. I mean, it was much more mature. First of all, these old black men are sitting on chairs.
Yeah, 50. Yeah.
So I'm like, dude, you can stand up. I'm older than you, and I wouldn't have been sitting in no chair.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all that. As hip hop ages, I ask students this all the time. Is there an equivalent in hip hop for what the Stones do or the Grateful Dead?
It should
be. Are they going to be 80-year-old rappers?
We do.
We getting there.
Yeah, we don't.
These cats in their 60s.
We don't do that. We don't do that culturally. So it reflects in music.
That's very African.
Yeah, we don't do that. I think I'm all for that. Like
Are you?
I am. To treat our greats the way they treat their greats? Absolutely. Rolling Stone's still touring.
So you want to see Juvenile at 75? I came here with my beep in my hand. Don't let me put my foot in your ass. Be cool.
Yeah, the greats.
But I mean that.
I want to see. So I just saw.
You want to see Ludacris at age 80 on stage?
I just saw a flyer for. I think it was KRS. Rakim.
Well, that's different.
But that's what I'm talking about.
No, but that in terms of movement and memory, those are the people who will endure. Kendrick at 80.
But even still, we don't give them that respect to endure. They think they have to.
Oh, I saw Rakim at the Kennedy Center a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys.
And that's where it needs to be. It needs to be. We need to have room for.
And Kendrick shouted out Rakim. What did he say? Half his royalties should go to Rakim on Whips and Chains. Yeah. With Clipse. I mean,
But I feel like we need to be able to stop shunning our 50 plus, hip hop. Oh, you still doing that? Yeah. Why not?
Do that?
We do.
Really?
Our culture does that.
Who does that?
Our culture, the hip hop culture,
like young people?
phenomenon. Yes.
Really?
Yeah. And if
okay, I'm ignorant to this.
No, well, if they're driving culture, which young people do, the young audience, the young market,
they drive the market.
Drive the market.
But I don't know if they drive the culture.
Well, in a sense,
things come and go.
Yeah, but if you drive the market, you're driving culture. At least for that span of time.
In a moment.
Yeah, and at least for that span of time.
Sure.
So it's like, but we kind of turn on our old heads. We don't take our old heads, put them on a pedestal, and say, don't touch them. Like, you can't say nothing slanderous. You can't talk them down. You can't diminish what they've done.
So in
pedestal.
Hip-hop, they don't do that?
Not necessarily.
Latifah, Public Enemy, they're untouchables.
Select artists, though. Select artists. Okay, Will Smith. I'll give you a perfect example.
Well, Will Smith was.
Well.
Oh, wait, hold on, because I was just in West Philly all day Tuesday. We were talking about. In fact, I was in Will Smith's. In fact, I was in the block where Jazzy Jeff grew up. His house, right there. Right. Shout out to the folks at Guion Bluford Elementary School. I was literally right there. We were having this conversation. What you about to say about Will Smith? Tread lightly.
But that's my point. He keeps putting out music recently, and people are
He's
like,
old guy at the club.
And people are like, stop. They're like, stop, Will. Like, it's not giving. You know what I mean? And so,
but was it ever giving?
Yes. Cultural phenomenon. You don't give him that?
Yeah, I give him Kool in the Gang Summer Madness. It becomes an anthem because of Kool in the Gang.
That's right.
It ain't him. In fact, have you ever seen that conversation he had with Rakim? About how he jacked Rakim's style
his style, his flow pattern, yeah.
He was
said
telling Rakim
his voice and everything, he's paying tribute,
exactly. Which means, this is movement and memory. Anytime Kendrick says on this new Clipse album on his cut that he's giving half his royalties, he should give half his royalties to Rakim. He's told you where he fits in the pantheon.
Yeah.
Will Smith the same way. So you saying did Will ever have a hit that wasn't commercial? Charlie Mack first out the limo.
I don't think it matters. Because
it matched to the market. They gave him a Grammy to establish the platform.
Then to your point though, but what did it do for the culture? Because he impacted. He impacted.
Now we have to define the culture.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Because he certainly introduced a version of hip hop to white culture, basically through the Fresh Prince. In fact, somebody said this Tuesday. He was like, "We basically living in Quincy Jones's world."
Ooh.
And when you think about how this happened, I mean, maybe Clarence Avant too, but Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is why we know Will Smith. Otherwise, he'd just be, I don't know, maybe what's Booty Dude from Seattle?
We knew him before that.
What's it? Yeah,
parents just don't understand. And
but I'm saying,
Fresh Fest.
What's the I like big butts in it? Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh, Mix-a-Lot, yeah.
Or maybe it'd be Young MC. In other words, it would be a novelty thing, and it would peak. Yeah, it would peak. And it'd be done, but Fresh Prince,
they didn't have the sustaining, nor were they
because they didn't have a TV show and they become a movie star. In other words, Will Smith is the bridge. It ain't to hip hop. And then of course with every early movie he did, when Wild Wild West, he puts a song. He's trying to, and then of course they try to do the same thing with Denzel, but Denzel's too big to son, as they would say. They gave him the statue to try to freeze him in that moment. Why you get this man a hip hop rap Grammy?
Wait a minute, who?
Well, Denzel they gave the Oscar for playing a dirty cop.
Will Smith
we're gonna force him into this now. Well, we don't care what y'all say. So when you say the culture, you mean broader commercial culture or black culture? Because I think those two distinct.
Okay, yeah, those are two distinct. That's gonna take some thought. But I feel like overall, black culture.
Yeah.
We don't honor our seniors in the way that we used to. I'm gonna stay with hip hop. Yeah.
Yeah, because in all the other forms we do.
No,
Shout out to Frankie Beverly and Patti LaBelle. You know.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
hip-hop
Yes.
as a
Yes.
genre.
Okay. Yes.
But I would say KRS-One still draws. Because remember,
He
Daryl,
draws
you
to a
remember this
specific
song,
audience, though.
What's the one where he says rap isn't even 50 years old? Who will be the MCs years from now? Doom, 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 doom. It's not MCs act like they don't know. But it might be.
That one?
No. That's The Bridge Is Over.
That's The Bridge Is Over.
Shout out to Scott LaRock. The Bridge Is Over. That was he's saying in the future as we come back, who is still going to be able to do this? Yeah. And he's saying, I'm going to be here. Would you say he has survived the test of time? Is there respect given to KRS?
Well, he's more iconic. He's a total brand. He's a total icon.
And because he's dedicated to the craft. He hasn't.
But he's bigger than the craft as well.
But he would say he is the craft. I mean,
and
he and
I
others
would say
are the
he
craft.
is the craft. Yeah, I would too.
Hip hop. He said, it is MCs act like they don't know. Yeah, because he's saying going out to the hardcore hip hop. I mean, this is it.
Yeah. But I feel like, so I see conversations where you got some of these artists, right, putting out new music, and they're new artists, and they're 40 and up. And people are like, hang it up.
New artists at 40?
Oh, yes. There's a couple of them that they're finally breaking through.
So they've been doing it. Yeah. They just got put on.
Yeah.
I think that's a function of the platform too, don't you think?
Well, the function
if everybody been able to upload 50 years ago, it'd be a lot.
Correct. The independent aspect of it.
Because y'all you were in radio. Yeah, that was the gatekeeper. If you weren't on the radio.
Correct.
We would leave Philly and drive north just to get the signal to hear Funkmaster Flex in them. I mean, because that was the...
Yeah, that's how you heard the new stuff.
In Philly, they had Cosmic Kev.
Cosmic Kev, yeah.
But in D.C., who was it? It was PGC? I mean, who was the...
Breaking music?
Yeah.
People like Funk Regulated CeeLo, rest in peace. He was one of those heavy, like, DJ Trini, DJs, where, you would go to them to hear the new stuff. So we had them, but they didn't have the notoriety like the New York and Philly DJs. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like
they turn on these old cats.
I think they'd be like, hang it up. Like if you're not a young rapper, like the young audience is like, hang it up, as opposed to saying, you're not a young rapper. Let's see what you got, because that'll tell us where we came from. They don't do it like that.
They
don't do it like that.
Never done it. So you saying Clipse successfully
launched
this thing?
Yes.
After a long
hiatus, come back with relevancy, impact, influence. Like they checked all the blocks.
I go along with that.
Yeah, and even the material is a little higher level.
Yeah, I mean, actually, if you invite Kendrick to be on the track and he agrees, they're making a statement there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they also have had Future on tracks.
Good point.
And that's culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So yeah, shout out to the Clipse though. And how did we get there? From Kendrick's fake birthday. That's right.
No, he had a real birthday. It was just last month.
It was last month.
We're not mad at our good brother Kendrick.
Yeah, at all.
Hopefully 50 years from now, they'll still be listening to him. But I know they'll be listening to the Revolution when it be televised.
And shout out to the Clipse, too. Because I think they would be a good interview as well.
Oh, yes. Could we get the Thornton brothers?
Yeah, the Thornton, Terrence. Who's Terrence and who?
Pusha T is Terrence, of course, and Gene. Malice, what do you call himself now?
No Malice.
No Malice.
No Malice. Yeah. And I want to hear the story. I have not sseen, much on that story. He did the same thing Mace did. Yeah, and then came back. So I want to hear the story.
It is what it is.
Apparently, you can do both. You can do both.
Can you?
You can do both.
Now, the only person I ever known to do it in real time or try to do it in real time, of course, was Tupac.
Do what in real time?
Come with me, Hail Mary. What the hell is that? Oh, you better go back to Marvin Gaye for somebody trying to put the sacred and the secular together.
He's not in the pulpit doing that, though. He's not in the pulpit. No Malice was actually in the pulpit.
I mean, if there have been times when you tried to mix it all up.
Mace was actually in the pulpit for a time. No Malice was in the pulpit.
But I mean in the same
bar?
Yeah, in the same bar.
Yeah, that's just shock value.
Is it?
That's shock value. No, all right. Let me do this. I'll just go down this road just briefly.
Okay, I'm leaning back from the microphone because I don't know what's about you about to say.
No, it's Tupac. Just briefly. Here's the.
I'm sorry, I forgot you hate Tupac.
Not hate. That's strong.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? Cassie, I didn't mean to step into that. I was just thinking about the sacred secular.
I was not a fan, and he wasn't in my top 10. That's all.
Top 10?
Yeah, so he wasn't in my top 10.
Name the 10 others.
Oh, that's easy.
In his time?
In his time, no.
And somebody call up in here, y'all give us those of you who agree with.
I don't want to have Tupac Thursdays, but I just want to briefly say this to you.
Oh, you just named it.
Just to you.
Yeah, just to me. Everybody shut off. Y'all stop. Put your fingers in your ears.
Yeah, if he had not have died, would he been this best ever figure?
You gonna James Dean him?
Yes. If he had not.
Or
This is the
Marilyn
question
Monroe
no fan can ever answer for me.
Dorothy Dandridge you?
Yeah, yes. Yes.
Oh, man.
If he had not.
Same thing with Christopher Wallace?
I mean, we're not talking about Christopher Wallace.
Yes, we are. If he not met a tragic end, would he be in the pantheon? If Big E was still here, Biggie Tupac still making music.
So Tupac, right? I'm gonna come back to that.
Well, you don't want to.
No, I got to think about
your
that.
top 10.
Yeah, no, yes, yes. If 10, in no particular order, if there was a top 10, he would be at least at minimum 10.
Wallace,
but yes,
the Notorious B.I.G.
Correct, but to your point of the dual personality. Mm-hmm. That Tupac was.
No question.
If he had not have gotten killed, you think we would still be?
I think so.
If
for no other reason
Tiny
than
Desk
from the time. Oh yeah.
Tiny Desk.
From when he was on. This is even post Digital Underground. I mean, when I Get Around, he got a verse, right? But just Tupac's two things, like Allen Iverson in some ways, impact on the culture, and his music. When we talk about Tupac, right quick, without even thinking about it, what songs do people say? Oh, it's Tupac. Is Come With Me, Hail Mary. There's Keep Your Head Up. There's Brenda Got a Baby. There's go ahead. What some more?
Yeah, it's All Eyes on Me.
All
the
Eyes
album.
On Me. Yeah, right.
Machiavelli. Yeah.
What's the diss track that they put there with No Vaseline? Ice Cube. The one where he was
Hit 'Em Up.
Hit 'Em Up. See what I'm saying? You see what you just did?
Yeah.
Just in that stretch.
Yeah, we were force fed that though.
What?
We were force fed that. Like the memory of that, we were programmed that. We were over.
Well,
during
that radio,
era,
so you're saying during that y'all era, had to play that?
I mean, we were force fed that. That's what I'm saying. If he had not have died, would he have been this what do you call that? Martyr. This hip hop martyr that he became. Both of them, really, to your argument, both of them.
I mean, but you know, it's interesting to see. I think he was so young, and was he 25?
25, yeah. They both were.
And like I told y'all before, the one time I met Tupac, we were at Indianapolis Black Expo. Juice had just come out. I guess there is a kind of comparison to James Dean. That crossed him into another. He became that persona.
Yeah. I liked him better as an actor.
And there you go. Yeah. Poetic Justice, Juice, and he wasn't that guy. He wasn't Bishop from Juice, at least the way I experienced him. And at the same time, he was that guy. I think it was that commingling. He was able to connect. And he was surrounded at the time by a lot of cats from the Black Power movement, a lot of Pan-Africanists, very interesting. He was grappling toward trying to be socially relevant.
Yeah, it was coming. Now that I agree with.
So maybe that's what it is.
Maybe
it's a kind of.
He might even went away from music.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Yeah, he might
because he really was a writer more than anything.
He I got some homework assignment for y'all. Check out if you get a chance. Gridlocked and Bulletproof. Those are the two dramatic full feature movies that he did.
Yeah.
In the last year of his life. And when you watch it, you'll be like, who is that?
Wait, you're warming to Tupac?
No, that side of him I was a fan of.
I see.
The music. I wasn't a fan of the music.
You
at
weren't
the time.
Fan? Listen, man.
To me, it was crack.
Brenda Got a Baby.
I mean.
That goes in the pantheon.
Yeah, that.
I mean, but.
That first album.
Sure. Keep Your Head Up, too.
Where the homies at?
Yeah, I'm thinking now about the socially relevant stuff. Keep Your Head Up, absolutely. There are moments, those become anthems.
They are.
You know.
Yeah.
But,
There it is.
There we go.
All right.
Happy birthday, Kendrick.
Off to it. Yeah, happy birthday, Kendrick.
See?
That's that. And I was just about to say that, too.
More from Urban View Mornings after this on Sirius XM Urban View.